Kia ora everybody, what's up? It is Robett, and today's question is, how do you manage to stay authentic with different people on different projects across different ventures? For me, this is pretty easy. Like, I'm flat, and what I mean by flat is I'm consistently the same person to if you're some flipping 13-year-old first year in high school kid, or if you're some 30-year-old young buck trying to hustle up the food chain, if you're some 60-year-old CEO, if you're some 80-year-old just cruiser in the retirement home, I don't care. It's flat for me. It's the same. Like, I'll treat everyone, titles don't mean shit to me. Everything is flat. Like, it's just people. People are the people of the people of the people. It's people. So for me, authenticity of it, it's like there is so much of me out there publicly that if I went into a meeting and tried to switch my style up and be someone I wasn't, they would already know it and feel it before I did anything. So it actually works to your advantage in a lot of ways, because they either know what you're about or they kind of get a vibe of what you're into and what you believe and where your moral and ethical compass is. But if all of a sudden, if I turned up into a meeting and I'm dressed all totally different and I'm sitting there all silent and things are all weird, and it would probably trip people out, because then they would know that I'm not being authentic to me, even though that we hadn't met before. Because I think you just need to understand, if you decide to put yourself in the social platforms for as much as I have, and as much as if you go down this pathway, you can't hide from who you are after that long of putting that much content out. You can't fake that intent after that many years of that many thousands of posts, after that much stuff. You can't do that shit, because people can sort of see through it. So I think you just need to be true to the cause of what you're about and what you believe. I think the big one is just knowing, what's your moral and ethical compass? Like, what do you stand for? What do you actually believe? Why are you so passionate about these things? And if you can just kind of craft that as a start point, it becomes really easy for other people to buy into you. It becomes dangerous if you work for an organization or someone and there's two different yous. If there's a work persona of your 9-to-5 shit, and there's a real you with what you actually think and believe, that's when you can get potentially caught out, because sometimes people aren't truly authentic to them in their work role or their personal brand online to who they actually are. But what actually happens is they usually get boozed at a flipping staff function and start saying all the shit they actually think, and then it can cause problems. For me, I'll say that shit if I'm flipping 10 beers deep or 0 beers deep. Like, I would just rather win being authentically me and lose a whole bunch but still being me than like fake it with a whole bunch of people and some fake stuff. Like, I just don't feel that you win that way. Stuff that noise. So my advice would be, find out where your flat is, where you're not faking that you, if it was after that 5th or 6th beer, because you don't want to go down that route. Life's just too short to piss around with that type of stuff. Stuff that noise, do you, roll you, and then just go along. It's better to lose being you than win being some fake person that you're not and wake up with regret. Stuff that shit. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on that. If you've got a question you'd like to ask, feel free to go ahead, hit the link below, links up through to me, and be more than happy to add value if I can. Have a good day, team. Peace.